Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, right?
Hello.
Oh, okay, this guy is not Allahu Akbar. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, CP?
I'm all right.
Yeah, cool. Well, listen, mate, I've been listening to you over the past couple of days, and I just wanted you to, show me how like false Islam is, because I'm on the fence right now.
You are on the fence?
I'm on the fence. I'm in between, like continuing on or not to continue, and I'm not sure.
So you are a Muslim now?
I don't want to say.
Why you don't say? Come on, share with us, so I would know. I'm talking to what is your religion now? You are a Muslim right now, right?
Well, let's just say that
Okay,
I'm on the fence.
okay. You see, I advise you to stay as a Muslim, because only the true God, he promised us to have a lot of women for sex. I mean, obvious.
Okay.
Because God must be coming from Las Vegas. Only true God can do that. And not only that, I mean, this God, he have a very special prescription for you. I mean, he promised you even that your penis will never go limp. I mean, that's amazing. This God, he think about us in every details, and he don't want your penis to go sleep. What do you think about that, my friend?
Well, listen, I mean, this is the exact thing that it doesn't sit quite well with me. I mean, I've been reading a couple of the hadiths and the Quran and all that, but again, I mean, just because of peer pressure, I haven't said anything. I don't want to, I don't want to cause like a conflict in my family.
My friend, let me ask you a question. Do you like child abuse?
No, of course not.
Okay, when the God of Islam, which is supposed to your God, he promised you in the heaven that you will have little boys, according to Muslim, to serve you. Are you going to be happy to have a lot of boys who they will be your servant for eternity? Is that something
of course
really?
not.
Okay,
No,
so what is the ethic in here? Shouldn't we discuss the ethic of this God? Because a God with good ethic, he will not let me, just because I prayed for him 5 times and I accept to say Shahada, then he will abuse little children and he will make them my slaves for eternity. What is justice in that? Can't he make me happy without abusing someone else?
Correct.
So this is cannot be from God. I mean, you do not need to be, like a genius to fire it out. I mean, this is a guy. He is promising me women who I never met, children who I never have. They are not even my children, and they will serve me for eternity. The woman, she will take off her panty, and the child, he will serve me supposedly according to Muslims claiming, but doesn't make sense for me because the Quran says, "La yanzifun," which means they will not bleed. So, what kind of God to make one person happy? He abused tens of thousands.
Correct. I understand. I can see that the logic is a bit perverted. I understand that.
And same time, why those boys, they have to be very white? Why they are white? Simply, Muhammad is trying to speak to the sexual desire of the Arab. Those boys are not really going to be servants. You see here the Muslim translation. I don't know if you can see my screen in chapter 37.
Sorry, you mean like white as in color?
Yeah, they will be white like pearls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Quran
that
says
automatically sounds a little bit racist. I mean,
yeah, they will be literally like pearls. You know, it says here in front of you. Do you see it says? And,
oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
You see, even like here they say Abiyadun Maknoon, but the fact they put the word eggs. They say to you, because eggs are very white, right?
Correct.
Okay, so they say to you, they are like the same as an eggs, which is closely guarded, and which means they have a very soft skin. They have, even Allah in the hadith says, Allah, he will soften their skin. He would take him 1,000 years to soften their skin.
Oh,
so,
wow.
And this is telling us what kind of God is God. I mean, you just go and buy some Nivea, and that will fix the issue if you have a problem. And why you don't create them right away? They are with soft skin. So everything in this cult is stupid and crazy. Even Muhammad, he said,
I can't say this out aloud because I don't want to cause as I said before, a huge friction in my family.
Well, my friend, your family, but here we talk about, we have to be smart. I don't want to say something to offend you, but we have to be smart. Okay, if my family believe in something stupid, should I be stupid too?
No, of course not. Of course
Okay,
not.
so here we go. Look in front of me. The Prophet, he said here, and this is Sahih Bukhari, this is Sahih Hadith, that Allah will marry you to women uh, who have no jealousy. Okay,
Okay.
if we read in Arabic,
I have no idea about Arabic.
yeah, well, we go to the English then. It says, to make it simple, that Allah will give you women who they are so beautiful, and the beauty of them is not a beauty, normal beauty, is a beauty of making you sick, because the Arab, they like women who they are so white. So Muhammad here, he's promising the Arab, he knew what they like. He himself, he liked very white women. So he promised them women who they are transparent. So they are white to the point they are transparent. And you can see the marrow of their bones of their legs. This is how, and even seen through the bones of their flesh. So Muhammad here, if this is a promise of God, why God promising me women they are so white to the point we can see the marrow of their bones, unless he is racist? What's wrong if I have a woman with dark skin in heaven?
True.
Why the beauty in Islam is about very white to the point became disgusting? Because when you say to me that those women they are so white to the point they are transparent, you are confirming to me one thing, that this God, he considered the beauty is the beauty of such a woman. Any other woman, she is not beautiful. And if we look at the description Muhammad trying to provide to us, we will find that this is even sick. Because let me show you how the women look like according to Muhammad heaven.
Okay.
Do you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, this is exactly what the heaven of Allah is. This is the women you will have in heaven. This is God.
Oh no. Okay. It's just too much. Yeah. And
Yeah.
but listen, I mean, this is where the whole Islam thing doesn't sit well with me, like internally, because I know it revolves around too much bodily pleasures, and I don't know. It's just very. I understand the whole praying thing, even though I don't subscribe to that as much. But I mean, I understand that through prayer we can reach God and we can reach Allah. But this is where it loses me from the sex stuff and onwards. It completely loses me.
My friend, it's not. There is no prayer in Islam you are reaching Allah. This is a joke, because a Muslim, he fast, he pray, he do jihad just to get the women who you can see through. You see, when I say to you the reward, if you do this, the reward is this. It's mean if you do that, this is the purpose. This is the purpose. You see, when they ask Jesus about what you will have in heaven, what he and she, like a woman, she get married from a first husband, then she married the second one after he died. So who is going to have her? Jesus said to them, he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. So your reward have nothing to do. The reward you have in the heaven is not physical, is not sexual. It's just being with God, happy, a different kind of happiness. But in the religion of Islam, why you do righteousness? Because you want to get the women. Why you want to do jihad? Because if you do jihad, you get more women. Why you want to join Al-Qaeda? Because that will make you increase in the level in the eye of Allah. If you became a murderer, if you the second your blood is shed, according to Muhammad, right away all your sin is forgiven, and Allah grant you a high rank in the heaven. So the Muslims, they are not really serving Allah, they are serving themselves. The purpose is to get those women, the virgins. This is why if you see Al-Qaeda tapes, they are trying, they didn't say to them, we are going to do jihad for. No, they say to them, brother, the hur will come to you and they will fight over you. One will be kissing your lips, one will be kissing your neck, one is going to kiss your belly bum, and like he continues speaking filthy dirty language. So why he is saying that before the battle? Because he wants you not to think about your death. He wants you to go and die. Just go. And now you are not dying really for the sake of Allah, you are dying for the sake of your penis.
True. True.
So if Muhammad really is a prophet of God, what is God in his religion? Where is this God? I want to see this God. Otherwise, I see beautiful naked women, and not only that, Muhammad, he promised you that he will import certain kind of women who they are prostitute, who they are their specialty is sex, who they are. Allah will take them from heaven.
Isn't prostitution a sin in Islam?
No, who said that? Absolutely not. Actually, Islam legalized prostitution.
No. That's like, okay, but it's still like a marriage. I'm like
No. I'm
saying,
not talking about mut'ah now. I'm not talking about mut'ah, my friend. I'm talking about literally prostitution. Literally prostitution. The Quran speak about prostitution and say the following. I want you to read with me in the screen. I don't say things without proof. If you are following me for a while now, you should know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
This is a chapter 24 and verse number 33. It says it clearly. Force not your girls, your maid, and those are slaves girls. So notice here the prostitution have a condition. If you have a slave girl, you can use her for prostitution, but this is not for the free women. So, but force not your maids to prostitution when they desire chastity. So what is the condition? If they desire chastity, don't force them. If they don't, it's okay. All right.
Sure.
And not only that, if you force them and they don't desire chastity, Allah is all merciful. There's no punishment for a Muslim do prostitution as long as he is using his slaves. If you use a free woman, a free white woman for slavery of sex, then you will be punished. This is adultery.
Okay.
But if you use a slave woman for prostitution, this is halal.
Oh well.
Actually,
you see, this
Aisha,
is what they've been covering, and whenever I've asked questions about all these issues, they're like, no, don't worry, and it's all for the sake of Allah, and it's all for the sake of for the belief. And I'm like, okay, be more clear about it.
There's a hadith about Aisha herself. She used to hunt men by sending a slave girl. It says Aisha شوفت جارية وطافت بها وقالت لعلنا نصطاد بها شبابا من قريش. So Aisha, she decorated, which means she put the makeup on a slave girl, and she said, and she ordered her to go around, so the young men of Quraysh, they will follow her, and she said, let us send her between them. Maybe we can hunt some men from Quraysh. So this is very normal behavior Muslims they used to do, and all the Muslims agree that Muhammad himself, he have many slaves and he sleep with them.
Okay.
But the Quran confirmed literally that you can do prostitution as long you are not forcing them, and if you force them, Allah is all forgiving or merciful. If we go right now and we see the interpretation for this verse.
Sorry, CP. We're always hearing about if our law, if Sharia law is implemented, then it will automatically ban prostitution, it will ban alcohol and all those bad vices of life. So how can on the one hand our imams say that they're going to ban prostitution, on the other hand it's halal?
Well, what Islam does, prostitution is not allowed if you're not doing it according to the Islamic rules. As an example, the Muslims, I'm understanding from your accent that you live in England, right?
I don't want to say, mate.
Okay, no problem. So they do what is called zawaj urfi. Zawaj urfi is not a really marriage. You go and supposedly you speak with a person who is supposedly a sheikh, and you say she is my wife, and you write a paper. He said, okay, your wife, go sleep together. But this marriage is not accepted, and it is practiced very wide between Muslim Sunni. If you have my book, which is called Sex and Allah, you will find how many type of marriage the Muslims they call marriage, but the fact it's nothing but a pure prostitution. As an example, there's something that's called zawaj friend, which means I have a friend, I want to have sex with her. What I would do, I marry her, but she's not my wife, which means she is my wife legally, but it's not the purpose to marry her. The purpose is we sleep together in the hotel every, let us say, a Thursday night. We don't live together. The purpose is sex. She is horny and I am horny. And what we will do now, okay, we go and we do zawaj friend, which mean they took it, actually they call it zawaj friend, from the word girlfriend. So what the Muslim they change is girlfriend with zawaj. So she is a girlfriend to sleep with her, but yet she is a wife supposedly. There is something is called the travel marriage. You are going to go and you will be in different country, and you cannot
Okay.
carry your wife with you for some reason. Maybe she is too heavy. So now what you will do? Quran, Islam allow you that you can hire a woman to be your wife temporarily during the time you are traveling. This way
True.
supposedly will prevent you from doing sin. So you go to a woman, you say to her, I want to sleep with you, but you know, I'm going to stay here for 6 months. Do you have a problem with that? She say
True.
no. That's it. You do what they call marriage. So what the Muslims they do, all their marriages is not really marriages. It is a pure prostitution.
True. True. And also, mate, this like inherited inequality between the man and the woman. I mean, in other words, what I'm saying is that how come only a man is illegally allowed to go and do these type of marriages? Can a woman do it from her side as well? This is what it gets me.
Well, you see, both sides, Shia and Sunni, they try to defend their honor, and they try to fight over saying we are more honorable than you. But both of them they do the amazing stupid thing. As an example, uh, you know, if a woman she don't to have sex with her slave. Actually, there's a story of Muhammad where he heard that a Muslim woman, because you know the Quran says it's lawful for you, your wives, and your right hand possess. But Muhammad did not mention the word male or female in the verse. So Muslim women, she decide, okay, as long the verse saying you can have sex with your right hand possess, will she have slave?
Okay.
So she decided to have sex with him. When Muhammad he heard that, he ordered her to be brought, and he punished her by death. Why? Some they say by death, some they say that he lashed her, I don't know how many times, but
Yeah.
but here you see the hypocrisy of Muhammad. Why the Muslim man he can sleep with his slave female, but a Muslim woman she cannot sleep with her slave male?
Exactly. Exactly.
Same time, if you read it, chapter 4, verse number 3, you will see Muhammad promoting something very evil. I don't know if you can read with me on the screen. It says,
Yeah,
and
I can.
if you fear you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphans, then go and do F2 and 3 and 4. So Muhammad is encouraging the Muslims to have sexual relationship with orphans. What kind of a prophet? He considered that it is a charity, it's a good deed to do sleep with orphan. And you know, when I say an orphan, and I'm sure your English is better than mine, I mean a child who his parents are dead, correct?
Correct. Exactly.
Not
Oh,
an
I
not,
mean, yeah,
not an
correct.
adult, not an adult. If somebody in my age and your age and he have no
Correct.
parents left, that does not make him orphan, correct?
Correct. 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 Correct.
So how
Well,
we can have
is
sex
this
with orphans?
is this valid? Is this like a sahih?
This is Quran. This is Quran, my friend. This is chapter 4, verse number 3.
Oh wow.
This is Quran. So,
Oh wow.
and then he says, and if you cannot if an orphan and do justly with them, then go F2 and 3 and 4. And then if you cannot be justly, then for 1. What is the value of family? That's mean the family in Islam is not based on man and women. It's based in having as many as you can afford.
True.
You notice here
Okay.
Muhammad did
Well.
not say go and even the word, by the way, marry, he did not even mention it. He's saying go and if them.
Oh well. Well, listen, CP. I don't want to bother you anymore because I know you've got like the real Abduls that they want to call. Listen, this is just like too much for me about the orphans. I'm probably gonna have to declare right now my apostasy. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna choose afterwards, but for the time being, I'm gonna have to say, okay, this is enough. Once you mentioned orphans and 3 and 4 afterwards, I mean, no. So I'm sorry, this is too much for me.
All right, my friend. Well, you said you don't know what to choose after, but for me, I have a duty to invite you to accept my Lord, my Savior, the Messiah, as your Savior, and you are free to accept or to reject. But I cannot find better name than His name to invite you to, and this is the best
True,
I have for you. So,
true.
are you willing to accept the Messiah as your Savior?
Uh, I, I am willing, but allow me just to do my own research. Okay, and I'll probably call you some other time about
No,
this.
no problem, my friend. I cannot force you. This is a personal choice, and we pray that the Lord He will open your eyes and will bring you closer to Him. And you know, the Lord He said, knock at the door, and I will open for you. So all what you need to do, just knock at His door, and He will be there. And you will see that there's no sex with orphans. There's no go and do this and that, and there's no boys, and there's no all madness. God is not a sex vendor. Our God is holy. His name is holy. He's holy by nature. He's holy by the fruit. For holiness bring only holiness, and
True.
dirt bring only dirt.
That's true. That's true.
So thank you for calling me. And if you change your mind about accepting the Messiah, feel free to say so anytime you wish.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, CP. And can I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, if that means anything from me?
Well, you know, to say to us Merry Christmas, this is not, but now you are out of Islam, so you can say it, you know. It's haram for you to say as a, this is one of the evil thing about Islam. Why you can't say to somebody Merry Christmas? It's haram. It's haram. It's, you know,
True, true.
the devil is angry. I mean, what okay, somebody having a holiday. Okay, say to him, be nice to him. Why, what's wrong? No, you cannot, you know. So this is religion. You cannot accept to be like doesn't even have a sense of a humanity. Even the Quran says it clearly, like, you know, a Muslim once, he says, Jesus, he said, you have to hate your parents and love Jesus. But Jesus does not mean that we have to hate them, because Jesus said, even love your enemy. So how we will hate our parents? Well, Jesus
But
said, you have to love me more than anything else.
I've been told that Christians are told to also reject their family as well if they want to follow Jesus Christ perfectly.
No, actually, no, this is not what you see. The Bible make it clear that if you even disobedience to your parents, the punishment is death. This is how tough the Old Testament is. So you don't reject your family, but your salvation is more important. As simple as that. If your family, they will hold you into hell, then you choose salvation over hell. As simple as that.
Yeah,
But
true. But I mean, if I become a Christian, that means that I'm going to have to reject my family, correct?
no, you don't reject anyone. That's not true. Even the Bible allowed you, if you are a person who is married to a non-Christian, stay with her, because the Bible don't want you to destroy your family and your marriage. So you became a Christian now and you have a wife, she is a Muslim. You don't divorce her. You can stay with her. The Bible is not allowing me to marry from non-Muslim, but if I was a Muslim and I marry a Muslim and then I became a Christian, then the Bible allowed me to stay in such a relationship as marriage, because simply God, he's all caring. He don't want the children to live in a chaos because of what happened. So we don't deny our family, and we don't regret them. Actually, the Quran says that. If you go in the Quran in chapter 9 verse number 23, it says it clearly that you cannot take your father and your brother as a protectors or friends as long they are not believers. And this is the same for the Christian, chapter 5 verse number 51. But this one, as long as we are talking about family, we will go to chapter 9 verse number 23, and I will show it to you in the screen in front of your eyes. Do you see it?
It's in Arabic. I can't understand Arabic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's in English now.
Oh yeah.
You see it?
Yep.
The translation here says protector, but in fact it's protector and friend. And by the way, protector is someone is more than a friend, because somebody want to protect you. Not necessarily every friend protect you, correct?
True.
A protector is someone he love you more than someone he is just a friend, because you might have a fight and you look around you, all your friends do not know you. Okay, I don't have no idea. I know, okay, I'll go. They close your eyes and they don't know, you know. But a protector is someone for sure he is willing to risk his life to defend you. So this is more than a friend. So
True, true.
you cannot take your parents as a friend. You cannot take your father. You cannot take your, you know, your brother. This, I'm talking about your brother from your blood.
True.
So the Muslims, they try to say we are the one who doing it, but you have to show me an example. Isn't it Jesus? He said, love your enemy. How Jesus says, love your enemy, bless those who curse you, and then at the same time says to me, hate your family. So you have to take the teaching into what it's meant. So
True.
you have to hate the whole world in the mean of you don't favor earth and the word over God. This is what salvation is about. You choose to be with God. It's very easy for me and you to be tempted and to do the wrong thing. So if we choose the temptation, we lose. If we choose the right thing, we win. So
Yeah.
if you get tempted by even family, because your mother, she's a Muslim, okay, but you love your mother. So what I will do now? And if I leave this religion, my mother might be angry from me, or even maybe she will hate me.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So now you have to choose which one is more favorite for you. The Bible is so clear that God is more important than all. But at the same time, the Bible is clear that you have to obey your parents, but you obey them in what is right and lawful, not in the wrong. Like, what if my parents order me to go and kill somebody?
No, no.
What if
Yeah,
my
I
parents
understand.
order me to go and be a thief or to do work as a prostitute? So I obey my parents if they are righteous people. Same time, I love everybody, not only my parents, everybody around me, because Jesus, he ordered us to love everyone and even to bless those who curse us.
Hey,
So
CP, when you say Jesus, you mean like Isa, right? From the Quran.
there's nothing. It's called the Isa. Isa is a lie. There's nothing. We don't even know where Isa is coming from. If you ask the Muslims who's Isa, they don't know what Isa mean.
But isn't Isa Jesus? Isn't he
Yeah,
the
but they
same?
say, they claim, but I mean, who is Isa? But obviously Isa is the Quran, is not Jesus. Why? Because Isa in the Quran is a son of a woman. Her name is Maryam, and and he have an uncle. His name is Aaron.
And who has a what?
His name is Aaron. Aaron,
Oh,
the brother of Moses, and Moses,
Aaron.
you know, yeah, like, so there's a long, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years between Mary and Moses and Aaron. So how they became, how he became his uncle. The Muslim, they try to defend that. They say the prophet said that they used to call them by their ancestor, but Mary, she is not from the ancestor of Aaron. She's from different tribe. That is stupid to say. Secondly, the Muslim believe that the father of Moses and the father of Aaron, because they are brother, both
Yeah.
of them, they have a father. His name is Umran, and this is what Mary father in the Quran name is Umran. So obviously Muhammad, the false prophet, he was teaching his followers that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron. Why? Because he heard from the Jews. If we go in the Old Testament, we will see the Old Testament speaking about that there is a woman, her name is Maryam, and she is the sister of Aaron and the sister of Moses. So Muhammad, he got the conclusion, okay, Maryam is the mother of Jesus, she is the sister of Aaron, and their father, his name is Umran. And that is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet.
Oh well, I can see that plagiarism has taken over his pen.
Well, you know, it's not only that. I mean, this guy, he claimed knowledge, but he's like Muhammad Hijab was debating David Wood. Elijah mean God is with us. You know.
Yeah.
So if this guy now he claimed to be a prophet, the Muslim will believe it and they will repeat it until somebody get them busted.
True. Yeah. You repeat a lie too many times, and it becomes a truth afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, you believe in the lie.
Oh well, listen, CP, thank you very much again. And listen, you've really shown me another path. I don't want to keep you too long, but I mean, obviously, that threw me off. Once you start mentioning about the orphans and the section that happens afterwards, it's sorry, it's not for me.
All right,
So
my
yeah,
friend. Well, I'm happy for you that you decide to leave Islam, and I will be happy more if you call me soon to say to me, I would like to accept the Messiah, so we can share happiness with you.
okay, yep. Thank you very much.
Take care, my
All the
friend.
best. Okay, bye.
All right.